So because of the quarantine, I'm only going to tell inside jokes. I ran out of toilet paper, so I'm having to use newspapers. The times are rough. If you don't hear COVID-19 when you hear the song Come On Eileen, you do now. And on a non-corona related note, two farmers were neighbors, and one was saying to the other, "You can't keep your pigs there, our bedroom smells horrible." And the other one says, "Nah, it's okay, they don't care, they don't smell so good either." Welcome to Shave&Butcher, because you're worth it. So today we're gonna shave with Williams mug soap. No, we're not. We're gonna shave with Mystic Water Ginger Pear. Absolutely phenomenal soap. I'm not a huge fan of the scent, so I don't use it too often, but I'm gonna use it today because Stefan Gidlund, my soap guru, reminded us all that it's a cracking good soap. And the brush will be my Paladin, and I always forget what it's, the Winston 28mm 2-band badger, which I purchased from Stefan. So the good stuff. I have been goofing around with chevettes lately and loving it. Telling you, I'm worried how much I like them. With a Butcher t-shirt, by the way. So straight razor shaving today, not from Sheffield, but from Sweden, the 8/8 full hollow. Funny looking Erik Anton Berg. So we're doing that, and we're doing aftershave. No one cares, but it's going to be Lucido from the Mandomcorp, followed by the Polish aftershave balm. So I pressed the AE lock. Someone told me what that is. Exposure lock. So let me know if that works, because usually it flickers, so it goes from bright to not so bright, and it's one of the reasons I don't shave up here. I shave in downstairs instead, but I prefer to shave here. So if it's okay, and if it's not flickering too much and is good in general, I might stay here. Let me know, please, what you think. Yep, I forgot to prep. That's very good. It's Corona quarantine brain zombie mess up. Someone said it's Friday, so weekend is coming up. That's great. It'll be fun to spend some time at home. Dog loves it though. He really loves it. He's like at my feet going, "I'm ready for anything." So he doesn't understand why I'm sitting down at the computer working. We can have fun, we can play, we can go outside, go to the forest, please, Dad, please. Yeah, he's my son, he's not my animal, so I'm his dad. That's the kind of relationship we have. It's sick, I know, but we're in quarantine, so a lot of sick things are gonna happen. Yeah, so we'll see what I think about the scent. It's a cracking soap, as Chris would have said. Okay, a lot of gooey stuff, so we're putting that on the face. Not to waste anything, there you go. There we go, so the Paladin brush. It's an expensive one. It's not the most expensive you can get, but it's a bit pricey. And if you watch YouTube, you will hear, you don't need a fancy brush. You can use a synthetic or a cheap boar brush, or it doesn't matter, I would never pay this and that for a badger brush. Well, you freaking get what you pay for. If you're cheap, you get less. Can you get a good lather with a cheap brush? Sure. But just the knowing that you have a, brush made from a badger that walked around dick first, an alpha male badger, because that's what goes into this one, I'm sure. Or that it's pretty and it's pricey. That's part of the thing. Wet shaving isn't just utilitarian stuff, And I don't spend more than a lot of people. I have one nice brush. I have two nice razors, two really nice razors. Apart from that, I bought razors, rusty and cheap, vintage stuff. I polished them up. I spent a lot of time, and now they're good. 60-70% of my soaps I have second hand. I'm not posh about these things. It's just sometimes you get what you pay for. That's feeling pretty good, looking pretty good, smelling reasonably nice actually. It's just who the hell would mix ginger and pear? It's like, I don't know. English food, which I like, by the way. I've lived in England. I do like the food, although it's a bit exotic. Is this lock thing working? I think it might be. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh, missed this razor. I get 70 shaves out of this one before it sees a stone. Crazy good. If you have a good razor, that's what you get. It's like Drew from Knife to the Face has got this other channel, Shave&Butcher Experiment, I think, where he's up to 100 plus passes on the same hone. So he just drops in between. Yeah, so quarantine is fun. I just had a shower. I honestly don't know when I had the last one. I changed my underwear. Ditto. My wife doesn't care. We've been married for a very long time. My girlfriend, I don't have a girlfriend. I was just trying to make up a story. Be one of the cool guys. Is it cool having a mistress? Not really. Is it cool being married for a long time? A little bit. Because it ain't that easy, you know? Yeah, this quarantine is going to be a test. I'm at home, she's at home, our son's at home from school. He's 16. His only interest is going to the gym, and we banned him to go to the gym. So his life is over. So that's not so good. So we'll see. It's an interesting test of various relationships at the moment. so it's not sharp like a Chevette, but it's bloody comfortable. And we're not wet shaving because it's easy, are we? We do it because it's hard. No one commented on the Kennedy reference in the Chevette head shave. Sometimes I feel like it's like, I don't know if it's a Swedish expression or it's like throwing pearls at swine. Yeah, that sounds pretty Swedish. You know, do you really appreciate the comedy I put together? Are you worthy? I'm not so sure. Should show a bit more appreciation, that's what I think. Yeah, well, the scent certainly doesn't bother me. It doesn't excite me either. I'm sorry. But since the soap is so damn good, really easy to lather, very slick. Great post-shave experience. You know, I'm not fussy about scents. I like some scents a lot, but I could have a scentless soap. I don't, but I could. You know, why not? Second pass. Le pass deuxième. Yeah, you get more, you know, the guys would call it blade feel. You get a bit more blade feel with this one compared to the DX or the WEC that I've been practicing lately. That's part of the charm. It's like a wedge. Is always more blade feel, or people who don't appreciate it call it more tuggy. But the experience is great. And I have this Winston, which is at least 170 years old, could be more. In horn handles with lead inlays, and it's wedge barber's knot. You know which one I mean if you follow the channel, and requires a bit of patience, but the shave it gives is And to know that people have been shaving with it for the best part of 170 years, it's kind of cool. Voila. Rinses off real nice, so the moisture content of the lather is spot on. So the 3 people I nominated for the Williams Mug Soap Challenge have completed their task. So Chris from Another Cut Above. Did I nominate him? Yes, I did. He put together a half decent lather, if I may be so bold, Chris, and got a pretty decent shave, but hated the soap. And Matti Lindholm, whose soap I borrowed. he put together a pretty bad lather, although a lot better than mine, and really hates the soap. Okay, shut up. You know, by doing downwards and sideways, I get pretty much almost as BBS as I do when I go upwards, which I've stopped doing because I almost always cut myself. It's pretty damn efficient. So you don't have to do full pass. Well, it depends on how your whiskers grow, obviously. Yeah, then the master himself, Justin McIntyre, whose YouTube channel is the Red Island Shaver, he nailed it. He was like, normal soap, he got a good shave, the lather looked amazing. Amazing, way better than this stuff looks, although I pay less attention. And he's just incredible at creating lathers. So I watched quite a few of the Williams shaves, and Justin just did best. He did really good. He's got a tutorial on how to lather Williams mug soap, which is about 2 years old, where he goes through it more slowly. He didn't do it exactly in the same way on this shave, but you should check it out. Check out the Justin's shave and the tutorial, Red Island Shaver. And all 3 of you, thanks for doing it. Especially Matti, who was like, I don't think he wanted to. It's great to have a straight razor in the face again. You can just whip it around you and pretty much can't cut yourself. Well, you can if you mess up properly. But if you usually shave with a straight razor, and if you have for a long time, you dropped it and it hit the plug. Is that what you say? Oh, it wasn't too bad, but I might have messed up the edge. In which case, a certain gentleman called Gudmundsson in Trollhättan will get some more work. But he's a lazy bugger anyway, so I could use a bit of work. Okay, that's what's left. Not a lot, but we'll do the cleanup half pass, which is all we need, because the cheeks need no more. They are BBS. They are. Okay, let's see if we ruined the mug. I don't think so. We'll see. We shall see later on. So there's a lot of jokes on this internet thing, if you heard of it, about coronavirus. Yeah, good enough. So someone said, okay, so we're saving the world by lying in front of the TV, doing nothing. Let's not screw this up. I thought that was pretty funny. And someone else wrote, now's the time to start making moonshine at home. Because no one will notice or raise their eyebrows if you purchase 100 kilos of sugar and 100 packs of yeast. your usual hoarding. This soap is so phenomenal. It really is amazing. Amazing. So we'll rinse that off real quick. I promise it will be quick.
No, it's not gonna be quick.
But 6% of the time people spend watching wet shaving on YouTube is just people rinsing. And you see the back wall. It's good. I'm not going to use an alum because I feel I don't have to. Yeah, pretty decent shave. So on camera it's always like, not really paying attention. But the post-shave experience of this soap is brilliant. I'm going to use aftershave anyway. Lucido from the Mandomcorp. When you hear Mandom, what do you think? What do you think of? Mandom. I know what I think of. And in a minute we're going to put this on. Yeah, so just waiting for this to dry. Oh, and by the way, don't call it COVID-19. It's like, oh, I know what it's called in Latin. Coronavirus, what's wrong with that? Coronavirus, it's perfect. Even if you paid $5 million to the best agency on Madison Avenue, they wouldn't come up with a better thing than coronavirus. Put a bit of the Polish aftershave. We're gonna do the head too, because we shaved that just before. Yes, the Madison Avenue guys would say, oh, coronavirus, spot on. Spot on. Maybe the Heineken disease. Or is that? No, it's the Heimlich maneuver. What is that? Is that something that Nazis did in the Second World War? I don't know. Stay sharp.